please, there's nothing wrong with 12-step spirituality. It's very powerful. Even if you don't think you're powerless, you can still go and learn from it. Even if you don't, and I know AA people will be mad at me, just show up is the famous line of 12-step.
Yes.
Just show up.
I'm so impressed with some people who have quit drinking, and I mean, it's not even a struggle not to drink anymore for them, but they go to weekly meetings.
And some go to daily until they get a strong recovery under their belt. And if there's a group that you say, I don't like, find another one.
Okay, yeah, because you mentioned
Because there are tons of AA groups and CODA groups and Al-Anon groups all over this city, and they're free.
Now, what if someone says, I don't like so-and-so in that group, and then they ruin it for me?
That's the addict.
Really?
That's the addict. Addicts don't have good boundaries. Thank you for bringing that up. That's the addict. See, the recovering person, or the person that wants to recovery, is basically saying, which is what 12-step says, I'm here for me. This is a selfish program. I'm here for my own recovery. It doesn't matter that I don't like you. You're here doing your recovery. And it says, take what you want, leave the rest. Do you hear all those wonderful...
I do.
There's no crosstalk. Why do you think there's no crosstalk? Because we don't want to engage. The point is that I say what's going on in me, you say what's going on, and there's no crosstalk.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's no
I haven't been to a
crosstalk.
meeting.
I'm an AA fanatic. I think it's powerful stuff. I think it's powerful stuff, and particularly that in the terms of learning boundaries. Oh. Internal.
Boundaries,
Make sense?
yes.
So that if all those people you despise, that just says keep going and keep focusing on you. So I saw something that someone wrote this morning that said, I hate AA, I'm never going back. And I wrote back and I said, the power of 12-step is that it is a selfish program. You work your recovery the way you want to work it. And one of the great quotes is, again, what people say about me is none of my business. So you're going for... And he wrote back and thanked me because said he would never go again. I said, that's telling you right there that you need to go. And say, I don't like this, or not people. I don't like saying I don't like people. Sure. But you can say I'm uncomfortable with some of the talk, and maybe that's some of the issues I've got to work through. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. But now we've moved to the real alcoholic problem. I think in Southeast Louisiana we have to accept the fact that alcohol is a part of our culture.
Right.
And I think that's just a fact. But Whitney, you and I both gone to parties and not had a drink.
Right.
Haven't we?
Not many.
No, we've been together where we didn't and still had fun. I mean, that's all
absolutely.
I'm saying.
Absolutely.
People need to learn you can have fun. And if you got to have it, that's a little bit more towards the medication side. So just...
Don't medicate with it for sure. And doing something that you're familiar with. I have gotten in trouble before because they had some big punch or something and wasn't quite sure how much alcohol was in it, and somebody else was pouring my glasses, and I just don't usually drink hard liquor. I know exactly how much wine I can drink and maintain.
Right, and but you do have a good tolerance for wine.
Yeah.
I mean, just...
Right. But I do know that more than 2 or 3 glasses, if I haven't eaten, is
yes.
More than enough, you know.
But you know what I did, which has nothing to do with AA or 12-step? Right. I found a way to drink and have fun and not regret it. Water between every drink. Right? No, between every sip. Oh. He's two-fisted. The other day I was having a drink and I had to have a sip, and then I would drink a good slug of water, but it was all so slow. You know who taught me that? Who? My alcoholic uncle on my mother's side. Said you always have a glass of water with the drink. Now we're talking like drinkers.
Hey, well, didn't help him, no.
Oh, he was in recovery. No, he stopped drinking. He stopped drinking.
Man, he must have been really down on him now.
Be careful of alcohol, everybody. That's all. It's a caution area. Yeah, and it's a yellow light. Yeah, alcohol's yellow light. Yellow light. Fair enough.
And have somebody that will promise to be honest with you, and that if that person that you have a pact that somebody. If I've had too much to drink and I obviously don't realize it, you have to say it to me and I'm going to have to receive it.
Do you know what you did one night? What? Do you remember before we go?
Oh, tell me.
You were not happy with me. And you got up and you picked up that glass of wine or martini or whatever it was, and you said, you have had enough, my friend. and I was so angry, and the next day I was in tears with gratitude. That's a friend.
That is a friend.
That's a friend,
and it's hard to
Whitney.
do.
And I'm not, again, trying to get into our relationship, but I know that was hard for you.
It was.
Because you probably saw the anger in my eyes.
I did.
And you were like, you've had enough.
Yes, and I was hoping you would thank me the next day.
I'm sure I did, because I was thinking about it.
You did,
like,
but
wow,
at the
what
moment
a
it was
friend.
hard. But right.
Have friends around that will do that.
Right.
And be receptive to it,
Yeah.
because they care for you.
Because it's easy to embarrass
care for
yourself,
you.
and that's where I didn't want you to do that, you know.
Sure.
So.
And it's also easy to say, well, I'm not getting into their life. No, we need to get into each other's life that we care for.
Right. Protection. All right. Great to see you.
Be careful with alcohol.
That's right. We shall. More Weekends with Whitney coming up after this.